Oh then. Traffic already. Yeah, we're getting fancy today with the dual cameras. Alright, so today is exciting. Today is Chief J story time, which is something that I don't really do very often. We're gonna talk about pain and squeamishness and gore and terrible things. The worst injuries I've ever gotten. And I want to make note of a trend, which is that every one of these injuries that I had was not a cool story or anything like that. All of my worst injuries I got in the dumbest way possible. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I am the master of just the most dumb ways of getting hurt. So the first injury is the time I broke my arm. Now, for a little bit of brief backstory, I was a skate punk when I was growing up, and and this contributed to a lot of injuries. I was never very good at it. Frankly, I sucked at skating. But, you know, it is something I did for quite a few years. So anyways, so I bet you're expecting that I broke my arm doing some insanely awesome, like 12 stair, you know, something impressive. Far from it. The way that I broke my arm was goofing off on flat land and trying to do a no comply. And with my terrible foot-eye coordination, I don't even know what happened, because one second I was trying the no comply, and then the next second I was on the ground and my arm was hurting like crazy. But the best I can figure out is I somehow just, like, I tried to do the no comply, and when I hopped back on, I just completely lost my balance, and the board just slid out from under me, and I fell backwards in the most awkward way, and I, like, stuck my arm out to catch myself. And in doing that, I landed all my weight on my arm that was, like, straight out locked behind me. I fractured my arm at the elbow. Like, both the lower arm bone and the upper arm bone. Like, I cracked them because I just landed on it extended straight out. But yeah, my friends were all laughing at me, and it was really terrible. So that was one major injury. And skating also wreaked havoc on my ankles. I sprained my ankles a ton of times, but I had a particularly nasty sprain one time when, again, like an idiot, it wasn't even doing a trick or anything impressive. I pretty much just was walking my dog, and when I say walking, I mean I was skating my dog, and as I was skating my dog, my stupid friend, who was a neighbor, decided that it would be funny, despite me yelling at him not to do that, for him to, like, taunt my dog so that my dog would chase him. And sure enough, he taunted my dog absolutely took off and yanked me along. And I tried to, like, I think I hit a crack in the sidewalk, and I tried to kind of, like, jump off the board, but because in midair the dog was still pulling me, so I basically flew along in the air, and then I landed like this, like, landed sideways, and then both of my ankles immediately just went, like, rolled. I rolled both of them just really, really badly, and yeah, that pretty much ruined my ability to walk for a couple days. So that was probably the nastiest sprain I ever had, and they swelled to, like, I don't know, my ankles were like the size of big grapefruits or something. It was pretty bad. They looked really terrible, and I was sure I had broken them, but it turns out it was just a really gnarly sprain. And to this day, my ankles are still really, like, creaky and pop a lot, and my arm also occasionally just flares up with really nasty pain, and like, because I was an idiot. I should add this to the arm story. I was an idiot, and I actually didn't get a cast for it. I just kept it in a sling, and that was only for a couple days, and I was like, screw it, I don't need the sling. So I don't think it ever really healed right. I never got it x-rayed afterwards, so it probably didn't heal right, because it doesn't feel right anymore. Okay, is it just me or do the Hummer H3s look kind of ridiculous somehow? They look like a knockoff Jeep, but just off somehow. I don't know. Alright, so I guess now it's time for the worst injury of them all, which was, of course, also achieved through a really stupid incident. So, when I was younger, me and my buddies used to like to play a game. We called it Kill the Carrier because we played pretty brutally, but, you know, Crush the Carrier, whatever, I don't know, there's some other names that people call it by, but basically, everybody has, there's a football, and, you know, you grab the football and everyone else tries to tackle you. And when I say we called it Kill the Carrier, we played by those rules pretty, we tried to kill the carrier, is what I'm saying. I don't know, there were probably some concussions gained through that game. We played it pretty rough. So anyways, you know, we never tried to, like, injure each other terribly, but accidents happen, and unfortunately I was the victim of by far the worst accident that happened playing that game. Pretty much, I blew out my knee. I was playing and I got tackled, like they went for my knees. Multiple people did. Like pretty much all my friends all tackled me at the knees at the same time. And it just so happened that one of them, of course the biggest one, the dude that weighed like 180, 190 pounds, and I still know him. He's got to be like in the 220, 230 range today. Big dude. Anyways, he pretty much hit my knee dead on sideways. My left knee from the left and just full, like, all of his weight on it. And I have never felt a pain quite so. I'm apparently Sean Connery now. Quite so, yes, indubitably. I never felt a pain quite so sharp and immediate and agonizing as that accident. They say that I screamed. I don't even remember screaming. But apparently I just screamed and immediately dropped to the ground. And I looked down and my leg was, first off, there was an audible pop because two of the friends that were there said that they actually heard the pop happen. And pretty much they freaked out about it. They thought that they had broken my leg. And I'm not sure, but I feel like that might have actually hurt less. The reality was I completely just wrecked my MCL, my metacarp something or other ligament. I completely wrecked my MCL, and I also like stretched my ACL pretty bad. So yeah, that's pretty much my history of injuries. I've had terrible falls and bails and things that looked like they were surefire going to be like kill me practically, and I've never gotten seriously hurt from those. I've always gotten seriously hurt from the dumbest things. I don't know. What about you guys? Do you guys have any dumb injury stories like that? Like just getting hurt in some stupid, embarrassing way? If so, drop a line in the comments. Maybe it'll make me feel better about my dumb injuries. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you know, hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff, because it makes me just super duper happy, you know? And you guys want to make me happy, right? Happy J equals more videos. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!